Hey everyone, this is Brad from the Darksliders podcast with a Darksliders short focusing on Resistance Fall of Man. So this is a game that I just kind of picked out of my backlog of stuff, nothing else really to play, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Towards the end here we do get into a bit of a discussion about trophies and Doug's distaste for trophies and my confusing stance on trophies. But wherever you happen to fall on trophies, hopefully you enjoy this Darksliders short. Alright, well, moving on here, like I said, this is kind of the summer months where not a whole lot's coming out. So I use this time to go back and find old games that I've randomly bought throughout the years because I'm really good at buying games and not so great at finishing them. So I was digging through myself and I noticed that I had all three Resistance games and I have never touched any of them. So
How do you have all three Resistance games?
Well, I got my PlayStation 3 I actually bought it from my brother and he had two of them. So right when I bought it, I was like, oh, I have two. And then I happened to find Resistance 3 for $5 somewhere. So I was like, oh, I'll buy that too. And then just never went back and actually played them. But
No.
so I have all three. So I was like, well, that gives me something to do. And this was before I ended up buying Dragon Age. So I was like, well, this gives me something to do for a few weeks. I'll play through Resistance and all three of them. This game is hard. Like, damn, this game is hard. I was expecting, because this game, so for those of you who don't know, it's Resistance Fall of Man. It's an Insomniac game, which is the same guys who do Ratchet and Clank. Came out in, I think, 2006, 2007. I think it was a launch title or right around that period game. And it was kind of supposed to be, again, to kind of use that whole thing that was with Killzone, that idea of this is kind of Sony's Halo. This is Sony's first-person shooter franchise's Resistance. But this game is hard.
Like, is that all you have to say about the game? Is that it's hard? What do you mean it's hard? Like, are you playing it wrong? Because anytime you say game's hard, you're usually playing it wrong.
Well, okay. I started out playing it wrong. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm a soldier. There's aliens invading. I just need to run up and shoot everything. This is a very slow pace, like, it almost plays to a point of a cover shooter, like you have to slow down and stop so much. It almost plays like a first-person cover shooter, and there's limited health regeneration, too, which makes it harder, too, especially when you get, at this point, you're so used to, like, that, if I just stop for a second, I'll get my health back.
Yeah.
Going back and playing those games where it's like, okay, if I just stop for, oh no, I actually have to kill something to get health. Crap. But
yeah.
This game does a lot of, and I'm not all the way through it, I think like 25%. I got Dragon Age and got sidetracked. But this game does a lot of just like epic battle scenes where it's like, okay, here come the aliens. And I mean, third or fourth level, you're running into scenes where it's you and like 4 other army guys and like 50 aliens who each take like half a clip to bring down.
Oh yeah, I played Resistance 3, and I remember that was like one thing that I liked is that they throw a bunch of enemies at you, and like they're all. I'm gonna say Bloodborne again, but they can all kill you.
Yeah, that's the thing with this. There can be one enemy, and depending on what you've done up to that point and where you're at in terms of health and everything, that enemy will kill you, and it happens over and over again. And it's hard.
Do you like that or no? Do you like the game or no?
I do. My issue is at first, like the first hour or so, I was expecting, like Call of Duty, Halo, where it's like, oh, this is just, first-person shooter, I'll just breeze through it. If I set it to normal, no big deal, just run through it. So within like 10 minutes, I was dead, and I was like, well, what the hell? That's not how this works. So kind of once you catch on to the fact that, okay, this is like a slow it down, not just run and gun thing, I do really like it. And for being 9 years old at this point, it plays really well. There's not a whole lot that I'm sitting here going like, this is a really dated game outside of, obviously the graphics and things like that. The only thing I feel like I miss a little bit is a sprint button because you do move a little slow, but...
Oh, there's no sprint? Oh, that's weird.
There's no sprint. And but it plays really well. I really am enjoying it. It's just, it's hard, and that's not something... Normally when I think first-person shooters, I don't think hard.
Yeah, especially story ones, because I think they just kind of want you to get through the story.
Yeah, and I mean, especially one that you're kind of building, launch title, you're building an install base around, is this fairly difficult first-person shooter. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like kind of the twist. So basically, we didn't talk about story too much, but the story is basically it's World War II era. And aliens start to invade, and aliens take over Europe, and you play Nathan Hale, who's an American soldier who's sent over there, and there's something up with you. And that's as far as I've gotten. There's a girl who kind of narrates through parts of the story because it's kind of a retelling of what happened in these events, and she just kind of keeps hinting like there was some kind of weird look in his eye, and there wasn't something quite human about them.
Oh, okay.
So it's like there is like foreshadowing like crazy that oh yeah, you're an alien or something. I not a spoiler. I mean, well maybe it is. I have no clue, but
I think it's okay if you spoil it. I'm
it's
not.
9
I
years
guess I
old.
can confirm if you're right. I played the third one.
Oh, so you read the end of the book before you read the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of. Do you plan on finishing it? Like, are you
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna play?
absolutely. I'm gonna play. My goal is to play through the series. This is gonna be my kind of change of pace from Dragon Age.
Yeah, I hope we can talk about Resistance 3 because Resistance 3 is gonna be controversial. I think it has the best campaign of any console shooter ever.
I haven't played it, so I can't argue that, but I feel
No,
like I will be able to argue it in a month or two.
yeah, yeah. If you like Half-Life 2, I love Half-Life 2, but the Resistance 3 campaign, from what I understand, Resistance 1 campaign was pretty good for its time. Resistance 2 campaign, they screwed up something royally, and I don't know what it is yet, so I'm actually really curious when you play it. And then the third one, they're like, let's just do Half-Life. And they do Half-Life really well, and it's the closest thing I'm ever going to get to Half-Life 3.
See, and I could see that because a lot of the way the story is told is in a very similar manner of, oh man, these aliens just kind of showed up out of nowhere, like
Hmm.
in a very similar tone to Half-Life. So I could see the comparisons there, but I'm like the one thing, and I didn't know this going in, and it kind of bothers me honestly. And you're gonna laugh at me when I say this.
Probably.
This game does not have trophies, and it
Oh my
bothers me.
god, Brad. Are you serious? Holy
Yes, because like I got through the third level and nothing had done like the little bing yet, and I was like, well, what the hell? Like, am I not
Oh
signed
yeah.
in or something? So I go to the dashboard and I'm like, is this? Why isn't it showing up? Okay, so I had to Google. I'm like, oh, this game has no trophies. Like I'm used to
Oh
done,
god.
fade out, loading screen, bing, and it wasn't there, and it. I don't know.
There's nothing worse than like a terrible pun after a really cool moment. Like, I don't know. You just ripped off the final bad guy's head in this epic sort of 30-minute fight. And then this little trophy says up, it's like, did you get ahead in life? Oh, I hate that.
I like
I
it. It gives me a feeling of accomplishment.
Okay, actually the one that bugs me the most, and I'm going to spoil. You've played Walking Dead season 1, right?
Yep.
So spoiler, I'm going to spoil Walking Dead season 1
For real, if you have
episode.
not played this game, stop listening because you cannot have this
Yeah.
game
Well, I'm
spoiled.
going to spoil episode 3. There's a
Okay.
character there's a character who is having a heart attack,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they think that he's about to turn. And how that scene ends is that somebody crushes his head with a salt block like out of nowhere. And I was just in shock. I was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe the game just did that." Because you're actually sitting there actively trying to save this guy's life, and then somebody just comes by with a brick and like brains him. And then I was like sitting there just, I can't believe that just happened. And then it said, "Too much sodium in your diet? Trophy." I was like, "Are you Oh god." I like the idea of trophies. I don't like trophies with stupid pun names in games that are serious.
That's true. I feel like if that same thing was in like Duke Nukem, you're like, heh,
Yeah,
and move down with
exactly.
your life. But I feel like Walking Dead specifically, if you're gonna have trophies, it should just say completed episode 3.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. And even like Bloodborne has like stupid trophies like that when you just take down some like crazy boss, and it's like, I don't know, witches man or something when you kill a witch. I don't know. It's dumb. I don't like trophies.
I like trophies,
I
but
know
it's
you
weird
do.
because I didn't think I would miss it. And going back and I've played a couple, like I play on the Wii U, which
Hmm.
doesn't have anything like that, or even going back and playing some old PlayStation 2 era games, and there's nothing there. It's like I'm on my PlayStation 3. I want my trophy. Like, why am I not getting my trophy? Which is weird because I never thought I would be like that person, but I totally was, and it was weird.
Yeah, but you grew from like gamer score, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was big. Me and like 5 or 6 of my friends were like, "Oh man, I'm at 42,000. Where are you? Oh, you're still at 41." And then like 3 weeks later, they're like, "Oh, I'm ahead of you now." So yeah, I did have that
Did
for a
you like
while.
Mountain Dew in high school as well? I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, conveniently, I'm drinking my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Diet Mountain Dew right now.
I just think it's hilarious that you're like sitting there complaining about trophies as you're sitting there like, we need more trophies drinking Call of Duty Mountain Dew. Oh my god.
I don't like Call of Duty. But anyway,
Trophies are stupid.
trophies are a necessary evil at this point because I love them, but they're probably terrible.
Yeah, I think they're okay. I think they're appropriate for some games and not appropriate for others.
I think that's a fair point completely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you for listening to our Darksliders short on resistance and trophies. Let us know what you think about trophies or anything else, or just follow us on Darksliders_pod, add comments on our YouTube channel, subscribe there. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on these things. And thanks for listening to us.